are our Sobe bikes. These are part of the city of Hamilton, but they're all over campus for Mac students to use. Oh, and now there's a new bench as well. Okay, so this is the first new thing I have noticed on campus. We have a pride bench. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to take photos in that. Okay, so we are officially on campus now. Hopefully you can hear me because of the wind, but we are on campus right now and we are gonna walk towards the student center. The student center is right in the middle of campus, so I'm gonna use that as a baseline to explain where the other classes are and how far away things are, because like I said, the student center is like the center of campus. So when you first come in, you can check out this map if you need to find out where to go. You can see that we took the Sterling entrance. And so yeah, like I said, now we're gonna walk over to the student center. So Mills Library is right beside the student center. This is one of the entrances that you can take to get into Mills. There's also one that's right beside the student center that I'll also show you once we get there. Okay, so this is McMaster's Student Center. You can see our little sign here. There's signs like this all across campus so you can know where you're going. But this is the entrance to the student center here. When you walk in, there's just like a large opening area. There's also, you can get food, you can study, you can do so much here. There's also a downstairs that you can go to. So I'm not gonna go inside because of COVID and I don't have a mask on me, but I will walk past. And I don't know if you can see inside, but it's just a large open area. So if you keep walking beside it, you will stumble across the Mills entrance. There was a sign, but I did not show you because I'm a terrible tour guide. There's a bunch of benches out here that you can come and sit at on your lunch. There's a stairwell inside of the student center as well as elevators, so it's wheelchair accessible. There's also ramps that you can use all throughout campus, so that is really awesome. This is the other Mills entrance. know where the student center is, I'm gonna start off by walking over to the residence areas that the McMaster bus usually stops at for the students who are parked in the Lot M parking lot. So we're gonna be walking over there now. As we walk, you can see that this is our University Hall. Let me actually walk past it. This is also Gilmour Hall. I've never actually been inside of here. You can see the little sign, and then the entrance is right there. So this here is University Hall. I took one of my Mac pictures here, and it is so beautiful inside. Like, I don't know how to even describe it. Here's another building that is very beautiful, and I have been in here actually more than a couple times. This is kind of like the math building. This is Hamilton Hall. Super pretty inside. It's really nice to go and study if you're a math student. They have chalkboards, and you can write out like equations and stuff like that. Here's a little sign. Like I said, this is the math kind of building. I came in here because I had a first year math that I actually ended up dropping. So this is the Office of Community Engagement. I just know that because I can see the sign. There's a sign now, and the entrance is right here. So over here on my left is the Burke Science Building, but we're gonna go over that a little later in the video. Please remember that my timestamps are down below. Be sure to check those out for each of the buildings.
Since I'm an off-campus student, I'm about to show you the bus terminals located behind Mary Kai's building, and these bus terminals are for the McMaster Shuttle. And the McMaster Shuttle is a bus that runs from Lot M to pick up students and or faculty members. Whoever's parked in parking lot M can take the shuttle up to campus if they don't want to walk, and it comes and they drop you off at the terminals ahead, and that's also where they pick you up when you're on campus and you want to go back down to the parking lot. So this is pretty much the space where you get dropped off and or picked up, and when you get dropped off, it's right on campus, which is so awesome. So I'm going to spin around and I'm going to show you Mathews Hall, which is to the right hand side before Mary Kai's. And it's I don't really know what to say. It's like a cute little brick building. I think it looks cute. This is what it looks like. You can be the judge. What do you think? I don't know. I think it's cute. Whatever. We're going to continue the walk. And once again, this is Mathews Hall. And ahead is Mary Kai's.
Over here is Mary Kai's, and the bus stop actually used to be on the other side of this building, but they changed it. I've been in here to get like snacks and stuff before I head home. Since we're in the area, I'm actually going to walk down to Lot M now. Like I said, there are timestamps down below, so be sure to check that out.
So as we're walking over to Lot M, I'm going to tell you about the bridge to Terabithia, because this is pretty much what it is. It is a bridge that runs over the roadway to Coots Paradise. And so it's a long and narrow bridge. It's not terrible. Just keep your head down and walk if you're like a little bit nervous like I am, but it's not terrible at all. It's actually a kind of a nice walk. You just get to kind of absorb the area around you. There's a lot of nature. I love seeing the butterflies and stuff. I'm gonna give you an overview of this is the roadway here, which you can see. I was like panning the camera but not looking over because yeah, I was a little bit nervous. But there is a sign up ahead that we're about to be looking at, and this is the sign that you see, I believe, if you're taking the entrance off of Coots, you're coming back into the Hamilton area. This is like the sign that you will see. Those are some of the berries that I was looking at, and now we're gonna get back into the video, so here we go. You will see that there's a little sign right here about the different parking lots that you're driving to. So the ones that I'm walking to right now are lot M, N, O, and P, and then parking lot I is back up on campus. And so we're just going to continue our walk from here. I'm just going to tell you maybe like a little bit about the parking lot and like the area. So basically the campus is like surrounded by nature. Everything on campus is like naturey and it's amazing. I've seen like deer roam around campus. You can see on the sign that I just showed you, some of the students put a little red nose on the reindeer. But we see deer literally all over campus all the time. I've seen them down in parking lot M. I've seen them up on campus in the circle area. Like I've seen them everywhere, and it's just like really nice to know that as stressful as school can be, you can also take some time to kind of like appreciate the simplicity of life and like the animals, the nature surrounding. So it's a good balance between working and relaxing. Sometimes you can take a break on campus, which is something I really, really like. We're gonna be walking ahead like sooner in the video, and I'm going to be showing you like a little hiking area that some of the students go on, and it's just nice to know that your campus is like supporting you to have kind of like a life outside of school and to like cater to your own needs. So that's my little tidbit, and we're going to get back into the video now.
Okay, so you can see that we are approaching parking lot M, and the entrance is that way. If you continue, you go in with your transponder, or if you don't have a transponder, you can pay, so I wouldn't even worry. And the parking lot is ginormous. I'm not going to be walking around the parking lot because it is huge. It goes all the way backs onto Forest, and then you can see this is the front of the parking, and it also backs onto this forest area over here. So these little red, I should mention this, these little red assistance things are emergency calls. So say you came to the parking lot and someone was severely injured, you would come and you would click on the assistance button, and it would, I believe, call 911 as well as on campus paramedics or safety team, and they would be able to come and give help. I've never had to use them, but they're all across campus, which I think is really great. But beside the little assistants are the 2 shuttle stops. This is where the bus comes to pick you up to head back up to campus, and I stand under these all the time in the winter because it's freezing cold out. Okay, well, this guy is backing up, so I'm gonna walk over on this side. Here are little shuttles that you can see a little more up closely. It says that there's face masks required now, so. On that sign over there, it tells you all the different facilities that are down here that you can attend. I see there's also signs on some of the buildings over there. But this is one of the other McMaster parking lots over here. The entrance is just off to the right-hand side where all those white cars are right now. And you can get in and it backs onto the baseball diamonds that I was talking about. So the other parking lot back there, it backs onto Forest, where this backs onto baseball diamonds. And I've actually never gone down this path, so let's walk down this path. I know that a lot of students have talked about being able to go on walks on their breaks, and a lot of people go on walks up by the circle is what I call it. It's over by DBAC, the Ivor Wind Center as well. It's close to the Ivor Wind Center, but they're right by there.
Oh, there's a little bridge over here.
Okay, so thank you so much for coming on this little walk with me. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be turning around and heading back to the parking lot areas. As you can see in the background, you can start to see like the diamonds, the baseball diamonds and stuff. But I'm not going to be walking over there. I'm going to be turning around and heading back up to campus, and we're going to continue our tour. So this pretty much wraps up for part 1 of the video. Thank you for tuning in. Before we head back up to campus, check out this cool jacuzzi car that I saw. I wanted everyone to see it as well. Here it is, and I'll see you in part 2.